Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we are testing out the Bissell Spinwave's vacuuming feature only. We already did the mopping portion, and it did okay overall, but with my vanilla pudding residue that I put down, this particular robot only went over the residue 2 times, and that's just not enough to get up any kind of thick stain at all, which we have been seeing on pretty much every single robot vacuum that has a mopping attachment. They all fail, which is a shame. I wish there's a way you could tell it to go over more than a couple of times, or if they came out with something like Roomba has, where they have the dirt detect, and they could detect it that it's thicker, and then go over it a few more times like the Roombas do. That'd be some good technology for any mopping robot. So this test is strictly going to be the vacuum. We're going to start this vacuum off with a bang, and it's going to be the stress test, which in this test is going to include rice, jelly beans, and then 5-inch and 8-inch human hair. So we'll be able to see at the end if the hair gets stuck in the bristles, which I do think it will be in this particular test. This doesn't really claim to have any type of hair removal like the shark does, for instance. So as you can see, I ran out of chips like I did on all the other tests, so I just put down some extra rice because the chips are kind of easy for every robot. None of the robots really left any chips down anyway, so a little bit of extra rice this time to make up for the chips. And then I put down a total of 12 jelly beans, which I've been doing on most of those other videos. Pretty good amount of rice. And then once again, a whole bunch on the hardwood. I am curious how well this is going to do the edge test, because it has the side brush that has a lot more bristles than the typical robot vacuum. So we'll see how well it does on that too. And I'm going to run it on max power. It's automatic mode. I am curious to see how well this is as a vacuum as well. The mopping is probably great for everyday mopping. I will be doing other mopping tests on that very soon, without any type of residue, just a normal mopping to see how well it navigates around like chair legs and stuff like that. So we're going to put on auto mode, a maximum suction, apply it, and it's on dry mode as you can see, and we're going to send this guy out and we'll see how well it does. I don't really know what to expect. I kind of, for some reason, don't think it's going to do a very good job, but I hope it can prove me wrong and come back and be one of the better robot vacuums, but we'll see. That's why we're doing this test. So here we go. Good luck to you, Spinny. See how much more those bristles spin? It's pretty much bristles all the way around rather than Roomba's 3 and Shark's ridiculously low 1. Also curious to see how this guy cleans, but it's not a smart robot. You can hear it's on max suction. Still pretty quiet for being on max. Let's see real quick how well it does with the jelly bean. Oh, no problem whatsoever. And as you can see with this guy, the lines it makes is not very straight like the Roombas and basically all the other smart robots. Well, it's right here. Do you guys want to see me review this guy? It's basically a Hoover that is coming out like a Dyson. This probably does a pretty good job. I haven't even opened it yet. Missed that jelly bean. Looks like those bristles are flicking stuff like perfectly in front of it. Most of the other robots will flick it, but it won't go in front of it. It'll go way outside of it and then it'll miss it later because it thinks it already gone over that zone. See how it's just gently throwing it in front? I like that. That's rare to find on any side brush, if you can be completely honest. Alright guys, it is done. It went for about 45 minutes on max power. Let's take a look and see how it did. I see a decent amount of rice. Still a bunch in the carpet there. But not like as much as I thought. I thought it would leave more rice, to be honest. I think the max suction this has is 1500 PA, which is relatively low for today's standards. So actually, just over on that section of the carpet, that's kind of all I see for the rice. So actually, not too bad. A little bit there. I mean, there's a little bit of rice, more than the other robot vacuums left. Let's put it that way. Let's see, I think I had 6 jelly beans on the carpet and I don't see any of them, so that's good. And then the hardwood floor actually looks pretty dang good overall, I'd say. As you saw, this is kind of more of a, the way it was going from what I saw is more of a random navigational robot. So it kind of just bounced around and did its own thing. I had about 6 jelly beans on the hardwood too. I only see 1. So this thing does very good for jelly beans. That's one thing that a lot of robots had issues with. And then the base test, the baseboard test. I'd say not too bad either. Left a little bit over there. And right there, there's a few. And also next to this box. So it did pretty good overall. Actually better than I expected. The other robots typically ran this 2 times. However, those were done with this within 10 to 15 minutes each run. So the fact that this went for 45 minutes, there's no real point in running it again. If I ran it again, it's pretty much obviously going to get up what's left because there's not much left. The vacuum portion, I would say, is good enough. It's not on par with some of the more high-end Roombas or the Robo-Rocks or, you know, the more premium actual robot vacuums. But the fact that this vacuum is pretty decent plus it has the pretty dang good mopping attachment on the back. Makes it a pretty good overall vacuum, if you ask me. I must say I'm slightly impressed. What do you guys think? Did that do a better job than you thought? Actually did really good on the hardwood. I actually really like the design of their side brushes with all those bristles. I felt like it did much better on hardwood. All right, next up, let's check out the dirt bin, and then we'll flip it over and see how much of that hair is entangled in the brush roll. I have a feeling it's gonna have a lot of hair tangled up. I don't know for sure, but that's my guess. Let's find out. Let's first check out the dirt bin. All right, there's the dirt bin. As you can see, this can hold a ton of debris. That was quite a bit I put down, and that's probably not even a fifth of the way full, probably a fourth of the way full. So I guess if it got any higher than this ridge, it would just fall out, but that's a pretty dang big bin. And there's a lot of hair in here too. So let's find out if that brush roll's any good or not. I predict it's gonna have a lot of hair on it. Let's find out. Oh yeah. Wow, that's a big downside. But pretty much any of these brush rolls that have brushes all the way across, they tend to have a lot of the hair trapped on it. So that's a shame. I didn't think it was gonna do good with that, and here's the proof. It is not good with hair. See just how much I can get off. So yeah, it's terrible for hair. So you're gonna have to clean this brush roll off quite often. I believe this did come with a little cutting tool. And when they come with that tool, you automatically, whoa, what are you doing? When they come with that cutter tool, they pretty much are admitting at that point that it's not good for hair. So that's a major fail in a lot of people's minds. I hate cleaning hair off brush rolls, and this one is probably one of the worst I've seen, to be completely honest. So I really don't know what to think about this guy. I think if you really, really have to have a mopping robot vacuum, this probably has the best mop. I'd say almost for sure this has the best mopping system. However, it's kind of lackluster in the whole setup with the vacuuming portion. There's really no navigation. There's no map. It's terrible with hair. The suction is not as strong as others. And overall, I get it. You want to get back over. I'm sorry. So I don't know. Please let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I'd say mopping is good. Vacuuming is good. Smartness of this thing is terrible. Hair entanglement is terrible. I don't know. Whoa. I'm sorry. You're great. You're awesome. No. So stupid. All right, here's the hair that I pulled out of the brush roll. That's definitely more than half. Will you shut up? That is definitely more than half of what I put down. So that's a terrible job as far as hair. Well, I'd love to know what you guys think. Please let me know down in the comments if you would buy this robot. I am still going to do some more tests based off the mopping portion. I'm going to put down a couple like beverage stains, like apple juice, or maybe some soda, and let it dry. And then we'll see how well it can navigate around a kitchen table and chairs, or if it'll just kind of not know what to do and just bounce off everything. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And you guys have a fantastic night. See ya.